What up, my guys, my gals, my gals? Yeah, you know me, yeah, boy, the Regulars People's Champ, always thinking, always sharing my thoughts with you guys. And I wanted to share some things with you guys on my experiences from being natural to being on enhancements, on sports enhancement drugs or whatnot. And I've been actually using sports enhancement drugs for about 4 years now. So I really don't have a long history on them, but I have a lot of knowledge, and I'm constantly learning about each compound, and I'm constantly researching all the time on a regular. So that's why it might seem like I know so much, like I've been taking it for so long, which I really haven't. So what I did, I've been actually training. I trained all the way up to like about 22. I trained all the way up to about 20 something years natural. Took my body to its natural peak before I started doing enhancements. So I plateaued at 185, 190. I plateaued. I couldn't grow anymore. And the first thing tried to take was growth hormone and Winstrong tablets. And then I started doing D-balls and growth hormone. Then I started doing, because I didn't want to start using 1 inch needles yet. Because I still have a phobia about needles, but I do what I got to do to get the job done. So then I also the first liquid was Test E. And my experience with testosterone E was the first few months, like it was impossible for me to get a workout in because like my pumps would be unbearable. Like I could lift the smallest amount of weight. My pumps was unbearable because when I was natural, I always lift the same amount of weight while I'm on drugs or off drugs or whatever. And I would try to train, and within a matter of minutes, I get so much blood to my muscle to where it hurts. So I would wondering like and I was like confused, like, okay, I thought by me taking this drug I should get stronger. Like I was stronger before I started taking this shit. Now that I'm taking this shit, I can't even fucking lift past 15 minutes. And that was like that for like a few months. So then I started trying testosterone and DECA. And when I started doing testosterone and DECA, it seemed like I started having a lot of complications. Like my knees got fucking weak. Like when they say DECA helps with your joints and all this shit, I didn't experience nothing that they said happened with it. Like my knees just was like pretty much shot to shit from the gear. So, um, you know, I'm guinea pigging and all of this. And so I decided to start researching myself because I was getting crap from folks, getting charged, getting hit over the head for bull crap. And then as I started educating myself on it, is when I began to learn what actually works for my body, and I stopped listening to other people's on what they say work and do this and do that because a lot of the stuff that these guys right now to today say work and do this and do that, it do the totally opposite for me. So that's why I don't get so involved in what somebody say they take in or this work better. I don't care about that because from my experiences, I'm doing it 4 years. I jacked myself up. Well, not really jack myself up, but I learned the hard way for like 3 years of trying to figure it out. I didn't know nothing about you have to run a Robinson's to make sure that you don't get gyno because I might be highly sensitive to the gyno, and I wind up having to do the surgery. Told you guys before in the video, I wind up having to do the surgery and all of that. So it was a waste. That's why I really personally, if a person is not on that stage trying to turn pro and trying to do bodybuilding on a professional level, I don't recommend drugs for anyone unless you 40 years on up and you just um, doing it just hormone replacement, you know. So far as when I was natural, I was still taking the same supplements I was taking, but I was taking like of course the pre-workouts, the amino acids, the I wasn't taking creatine. I was running through tons of fucking protein, mass protein, which wasn't doing anything. You know, in natural, I was super strong. I always been strong. That's why when I got on the drugs, I knew like it's psychologically I'm not fit to let these drugs tell me that I'm strong, that I could go bench press more than what I've been doing. I've been bench pressing 405 at 172 pounds already for reps. So it wasn't like I'm gonna get on these drugs and I want to see if I can do 600 pounds because I know that the muscle I might look big, but it's not solid protein cells. It's not solid protein fibers. My fibers is not solid at the moment. So that's still like why right now I still just train smart. I don't care for lifting heavy because the natural way is like pretty much the best way to actually train. And if you're gonna be natural doing it, you know the main things you will need will be your BCAAs, some glutamine, get you a good pre-workout, and um, like your multivitamins. Those the four main things you're gonna need. You ain't gonna really need no creatine. You're not gonna really need protein powder. Those are just extra shit if you have extra money, and you can actually gain muscle on it. And if you don't wanna, and if you wanna get a little boost, then you can do a testosterone booster tablet. You can do the testosterone booster, but you still have to be careful with those too because you don't really know how much is really in those tablets. So it's a strong possibility that it say it has estrogen blocker. You could still develop gyno too because you don't know how much blocker they have in it. You don't know if they put Arimidex in it, if they put Novadex in it, if they put Electrosol in it, if they put Aromacin in it. You don't know this. But the best thing to do is a testosterone booster, amino acid, glutamine, BCAAs, and a pre-workout that will have you good. You know, get your multivitamins if you don't really eat a lot of vegetables. If you feel like you ain't gonna eat a lot of vegetables and fruits and all that, get a multivitamin. You know, any help is gooder than no help. And like when I'm done with this competition, I'm gonna turn my natural receptors back on. I'm gonna go back down to like maybe 200 pounds, 195, like because I don't care about I gotta be big because naturally I'm still big. Naturally I still have muscle roundness because I have good muscle belly. So I'm not insecure to where I gotta walk around big all the time. So the main reason why I'm doing this competition is so anxious is because the faster I get it over, the faster I could go back to being natural. And I could go back to being natural all the way up until next year sometime to where I decide on if I want to get ready for a competition, if I want to get a certain look. But there's nothing better than being natural, you know. So to those that think steroids is better than being natural, take it from somebody that's on it and doing it the right way. It's not. There's no way I'm going to let anyone convince me or try to convince y'all that natural is beneath steroids because there's a lot of natural people stronger than people on steroids. Because I challenged the best of them when I was natural. There's a lot of natural people's body looks way 100 times better than a person on steroids because the average steroid user is fucking fat. He's sloppy. He's watery. The average steroid user is not walking around looking like Semi Panda or fucking Cali Muscle or fucking shit. Who else? Me. You know, they not walking around looking like Mike Rashid. The average person on steroids, they don't look like that. But when you see those guys that I named, the first thing you think is steroids because y'all think it's impossible to pull that type of physique without the drugs when it's not impossible. You can do it. It's just it's going to be a smaller front. It's going to be a smaller package. You can have that same look, but a smaller package. Let's not get into this size thing. You know, women say size matter. Men don't. You know, we about fast cars, you know what I'm saying? Guns and liquor. We about that. You know, and that's what it is. So my take on it, if you natural, stay natural until you get to 40 years old. Then you start doing a little cypionate just to keep your testosterone levels up. Because as a man, our testosterone drops, our hormone levels drops. You know, I'm looking forward to being complete with this competition just so I can walk around and wear regular clothes, put on me some nice jeans, stop wearing these 40s and shit, you know, and it is what it is. So y'all ain't gotta take my advice, but then again, y'all know I'm giving it to you gun barrel straight. You know, if I tell you something, it's because I know these people's not gonna tell you. You don't want to go 4 years of fucking yourself just to figure out the right way. So until you young dudes that want to take steroids, don't. Because your testosterone level is at an all-time high. Go get your testosterone booster if you want to do some crazy shit, you know. And try to stay away from the creatine if you enjoy eating red meat, because creatine is mainly for those that don't get enough red meat in their diets. That's the only thing creatine is for. And if you want to walk around with all that water weight and you eat red meat already and you taking creatine, you just wasting your time. So I'm about to go ahead and get ready for the shower, you know, and I know this is my second video I'm uploading today. I do this because I do this for y'all. You know me, the regular people's champ, Mac Trucc and his biatch. Blah! Look what I'm watching. Alright, I don't need y'all watching all my shit. I don't need y'all watching my TV, but this is what I do. I watch cartoons all day. I didn't have a childhood, so I'm living it through my kids, and I get it from cartoons. I enjoy this type of stuff, you know. I don't play games. I play bitches. I'm real. The camera gonna drop. All right, babe. You can stop.